Today we're going to be revisiting Rain with the Renfri Beast version. Now, in the previous video where I did Rain, I asked if you guys wanted to see this. The answer was yes, so we'll come back and do it. Now, the reason I usually don't play these Renfri decks, I think I'll say briefly here, it's mostly because they're really limiting in deck building, and I really enjoy the deck building aspect of the game, which, you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, if we take a look here, we are going to be playing a Renfri Beast deck. One thing to note here is we are playing Rage at the Sea. You can play Blaze of Glory if you want more control and you think the deck lacks the control, but I wanted to lean into the Rain a bit more, so we went with Rage at the Sea. As far as the deck, we have the pretty much normal Renfri's Gang. The reason Rain works pretty well and the Beasts work well with the Renfri is because you get to use things like Roach, things like Knickers, things like Anglerfish for additional consistency, which is something the deck does actually really want. If we take a look here, what we basically did is we went to the category called Beast, and we put in anything that seemed like it was any good. That's pretty much what we did here, right? Beast, 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 Beast. The only thing we're not playing is like a Raging Bear. I think that's more for the Blaze of Glory version, for the bronzes. And then Operator is a beast, which is nice because you can run Operator for the two Messengers from Sea, get a third one, play a little more engines there. Then we play the Corrupted Flaminnica is not a beast. Renfri and Renfri's Gang are not beasts. That's 4 non-beasts. That means your Kelpie is going to get 7 turns of rain. But I thought we'd play a Triss. That does reduce the Kelpie's rain from 7 to 6 turns. At the end of the day, I think that's fine because I think Triss's power is worth it. One thing you could do, though, if we go back to Beast Thirst, you could play a Kraken here, like Kraken over Triss. I've seen like 3 versions, right? I've seen this with Triss, I've seen it with Kraken, and I've seen it with Combi and Morkvarg. I don't think those are the versions I've seen people use. And I thought we'd go with the Triss version. I don't think the 7 turns of rain on Kelpie is really necessary. I think 6 is fine. And I like Triss because it gives you some really big tempo type options, whereas Kraken, it's more of a longer card round, and in a deck like this, we only have a few cards that go tall. Corrupted Flaminnica, which we should get last say on, and then we have the Messengers from the Sea go tall. And I didn't want to really lead into that tall with the Kraken because I've seen not that much wide decks, and if we go really tall, then people can punish it. So we know, I think that's why we're going with Triss here. But Kraken's a pretty fun one too. I tried all 3 versions out, and I think I like this the best. So that's the deck. Let's get into it here. It should be pretty fun, at least, to see if we can get this rain to work. It's always great when you can get Operator on Messenger, and it just gets going. Lena Film playing some Pirates. Pirates are a problem because it negates all of the rain damage. It's not as big a problem against regular rain. I mean, it's a bigger problem against regular rain. It's not as big a problem for us, but it's still annoying. This is Naval Supremacy, and we have our Squirrel, which is good, though. Squirrel getting rid of the Naval Supremacy is really high value. We also kill that with a Sea Serpent afterwards. That's really good value. This makes me think of Otkel, potentially. I mean, that doesn't mean it is. It just crosses my mind now. No Operator. Pretty safe to get a little half through. And then go into Kelpie so we get some immediate value from the healing. Or not healing, the boosting. It's even better if we can do it turn Anglerfish comes out. I kind of want to wait on the rain, honestly. To see if we can get him to play another card melee and then go for the quad. We do want an Anglerfish. What is the point of that? I mean, I guess that's something. Give me a lot of immediate value here. Yep, he's gonna go for the Kelpie kill. He doesn't hit it, it's great for us. Nice, he didn't hit it. He had a pretty good chance to. We could either drop this messenger, or think we're good enough and just play a couple other random beasts and try and draw into a keep this with our operator. Might be worth playing this just to remove the black hand as well. I think we'll do that. So we wouldn't get too much on her because there's armor on the melee row. There's the Erendite. Interesting. Seems like a good time to do this.
One born to hang will never drown.
We could have done our second leader there. I opted not to see if he had a way to kill this. Because at 7 versus 6 against his deck doesn't make much difference. Oh, it might here.
Hey, look at you
Nope.
and your pretty long hair.
Alright, so now we're going to go a little bit harder. Yes, this doesn't do too much here. But we really want to push some tempo. Doesn't do a lot immediately because of the armor, but it will next turn. Get the pass. We win on even. That is a pretty good deal for us here. Because if we can bleed out all the cards with extra armor, he's going to lose a ton of value. Well, there's 2 gangs. At least we know we won't draw the second one. A lot of our big cards are in there. Put the Seagull back. He's probably going to have armor, so it won't do much. Let's go in with the gangs. Guess we could have opened Renfri. There's the Voyage right off the bat here.
Yeah, it's Baptiste. Go ahead, feel it.
Go with the stratagems. Ideally, here we go up a card still. It's probably not happening, but that is the dream scenario. Oh, yes. Yes, we take this pass. 100%. We carry over a Renfri order, and he lost scenario Croc. 100% we take this. There's the Doomed Erendite version, too. The only thing that makes sense here is he wants to go with a Yalmar Seawolf raid play. We have a lock for the Seawolf, though, so we want to keep it for that. Do we get our operator here? We do not. Not yet. There he is. Not the most amazing because of armor, but we should get to do something with him. Especially because I think we'll end up using Fukusha on a messenger. Let's start with this, see if we can get his order off. We might not. We do get it off, that's pretty good. If Fukusha Messenger or Fukusha Kelpie are our choices. Those are some choices. Well, let's just do Operator first. Let's respawn it so we put this next to the guy. And we'll see what he does here. If our messenger lives, maybe we can do something. There's Bjorn. I think Fukusha on the messenger might make sense. Let's play this first, though.
One born to hang will never drown.
Could have gone for a stratagem protection, but I think there might be harder terror here, so I don't want to boost it too much. He's got the Bjorn order if he wants it. What'd he discard? Terror Crew Plunderer. It's fine.
The wind is all we've left of the gods.
We don't have many... I think it is Messenger. We will rain melee. We don't get the extra points from this, but I think it's worth getting rid of the Bjorn potential to return to his hand again. And at this point, Seawolf doesn't really have armor on it. Yeah, so there's a Heart of Terror. I thought he had one of those. Probably can get a better boost if we wait a turn. I don't think this lock is going to do much of anything. And because of that, we'll just play it range to get a better Renfri. Or a better Triss, I mean. Save like 1 point of damage. We gain like 2 points from having another unit in the row. I mean, this is a super win here. He just committed way too much round 2. Obviously our ordering doesn't matter at all here. We don't need to play this. I debated playing it just to see how big it would be, but we didn't have that many beasts this game. Phytomorp? I don't know what that means. Guerrilla Tactics. Gonna do some Guerrilla Tactics here. There's a couple choices. Could be Dwarves, could be Movement. Be like Schirru mid-rangey type stuff. We do have this, which is really nice. Maybe we don't want to play Elder Bear here. We've got a lot of, got a lot of rain synergies going on in this hand. It's pretty nice. We could go like a rain engine round and then do like a tempo round the next round. So I think it's just gonna be mid-range Schirru. That means this dies to Circle of Life. I think we play this first.
You can kiss my tail goodbye.
Regular raid will get dismantled by this deck because there's so much control, but we should be okay. I think. Was it Elf Swarm? Nope. Just bad choices. Not by him, but like from his create options. See if we can bait with this and maybe get a messenger to stick. Now this should be out of range of just a rebuke. Have to use a leader charge as well. There's no way he uses 3 leaders on this, so we're safe here. We just apply pressure.
Born to hang will never drown.
A lot of pressure. Minimize the oak as well. This great oak's gonna be pretty big. I don't see why not. This is our rain round, it looks like.
And you shall pay.
That should pretty much do it. This is just going to be... Yes, this is just Devotion mid-range. Let's we have to respect this Schirru. This feels like a waste to play this. Would almost rather just leader Squirrel. Actually, in fact, I think we will. We'll leader and Squirrel. He has nothing Echo. Unless he's playing, like, Call the Forest. Not Call the Forest. Simloss Shaping Nature. I do like preserving the Kelpie. So we do that with the Rain, and now we can slam the tempo cards, which should be our advantage here. We can slam tempo cards, something normal Rain can't do. And hopefully, that'll get us a good situation here. And then with this and this, we can pull out the Anglerfish. Love Renfri's gang here. Hey, you know? Sometimes lucky. Sometimes we're lucky. This does die to Schirru, along with Elder Bear, so that is a tad annoying. Just like Leader Schirru, but maybe boosted the Schirru to 5. So I think we should count on not winning this round because of Schirru. That being said, we do need to thin. I mean, we can play into Schirru harder than we currently are. Let's see it. Where is he? Oh, he's also just playing Watch for the Valley. That's interesting. Oh, he is playing the Shaping Nature thing. The score would have been pretty useful. Like, Triss putting these to 9 just makes this Schirru bigger. Let's just start with the Kelpie. It makes our Elder Bear at least out of... Well, potentially makes the Elder Bear out of range of the Schirru. Hopefully it gets boosted. Nice. Ooh, he's down to 1 leader charge. So, call Schirru. He can't get Schirru to 9 now. Which means if we Triss these, we're actually really good. A really good spot. Question is, does he want a Schirru first? Maybe he got +2 on the Schirru. That would give him... no, because he hasn't called the forest. Call the forest, Schirru, +1 to get to 7. If we were to Aguara. I don't think we're going to find an Aguara target, though. We're being a little greedy here because he could blow us up with Schirru. But I want to get the +3, or +4 extra points from the Triss on that. Call the forest. Schirru. So he gets the 7. But he can't kill both our 7s and our 6s. Like I said, though, we were counting on that. The other power plays he has are Oak and Philavandrel. This is better in the long round. I think we just keep going.
In the end, the sea will swallow all.
We need to thin these out. That should give us some tempo here.
Right, yes, and you won't let us talk to strangers.
Yep, there it is. And then we just play everything out of our hand. We have a messenger ticking. He's going to have a Great Oak. I'm amazed that we didn't kill any frogs there, by the way.
The only good human is a dead.
There's the Simloss. It's going to do double backup playing. I haven't seen those yet.
Remember to whom you speak.
Maybe he doesn't have Great Oak. Dragoon will save him moraine damage. Well, he can't, because if he plays at range, he doesn't have a space to pull it back. He could mess with our Triss a little bit. Hopefully he puts Pakusha melee. Let's hover her. Make him think of the idea. Okay, that works too. So let's think here. He's going to take 4 damage from rain. We're going to get 4 points. We'll be to 37. He'll be at 46, right? That's a 9 difference. This plays for 3, 6, 9, 11, 13. So we'll be up to 50 and he'll be at 46. Question is, we can also play melee Triss, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 15. She played for 15 if we do it to him. 3, 6, 8, 10, 13. So we should offensively Triss. I think we try. I think we do force out his last card here. Not 50. We go to 40, then he takes the damage, right? I think we forcing his last card's good. Nice. It was definitely worth it. As she's not going to be as good in round 3 when it's shorter anyway. So the only real play he has left that's big is Great Oak, if he's playing it. There's our last say right there. That'll win the game. Although I would also like Renfri. Alright, we have confirmed it 100%. Renfri's the bottom card of our deck. We drew 2 of these. As awful as the situation is, we're still going to win because of Corrupt the Flaminica last say. So I'm really glad this deck case ended up here where we don't actually need her. Oh, actually we get a free extra Savage Bear charge. That doesn't do anything. It should be Great Oak, I think would be his last big card, but it could always just like be a random special. Yeah. I didn't think he'd keep that. But I mean, what's he gonna do about this? Boom, 29. Got him. Would have loved to get the Renfri, but we don't need her in this case, because his deck, that's the problem with the mid-range decks, they don't have Tall Punish. I'm surprised he let us win round 1 with just Engine. Stun, Kagura, something like that. Pincer Remover could be probably a Priestess deck, but you can always play like Siege or Kimball and something like this. I know we've done that before. As far as our hand, one thing with this deck I've noticed is there's a lot of annoying cards to draw. Like those. No Operator well, Operator usually want to make sure it hits a Messenger, but you can do it on a little half fruit and then play it for the bonded bonus. There's a big play there by him. We are probably not going to be able to deal with that, but I think we'll just open with the Cultist. We can get his order off, that's really good. Probably gonna have the... Okay, so it's gonna be Rune Mage. Interesting. I do recall a while back there was Lippy Erland as a deck. That might be this. We don't have a way to punish an Erland, so we have to be really careful about that. He's looking for a lock or 4 damage because he picked Nilfgaard. I think usually if you want control, you pick Nilfgaard. If you want the most value, you usually pick like your own faction so you can have synergies within it. That's not going to be ticking for very long, I can tell you that much. Let's go in here with the Messenger. One thing to remember here is if we pull out the Anglerfish, we don't have, like the Kelpie is how we get most of our rain duration. So if we do pull out the Anglerfish, it'll go away pretty quickly. So I think we actually just want to do 1 row for now. Do 1 row. This plays into a Boiling Oil, but if he had a Boiling Oil, I think we'd hit this. And then we'll go probably a little half rune next. Oh, sorry, he can't Boiling Oil because we have an extra point there. Just thinking conceptually here. Unicorn Chironex, so it's going to be Golden Necker. Or it could be Renfri. 6 damage. He has a lot of tempo here. A lot of tempo. That's interesting. We could thin with the Gang, but Gang plus Triss we do have is our big play coming up, so I think we'll just play a random beast here. I'll probably pass.
My lady.
Pull the other one out.
Does draw jealous
I think this is actually another Renfri deck. Renfri or Golden Necker are the choices. And then it's not Golden Necker because he played the Rune Mage. I gotta say that it's Golden Necker with while they have a 10th version card out, it's like tradition at this point. Yeah, so it's Renfri. Now, if it's Renfri Priestess, which I've seen a decent amount, their last play is brutal. But we're behind by so much here, I think we just pass. I haven't seen much signs of this being a Priestess deck yet. Usually it'd open with like thinning and stuff, cycling. Nothing, cycling the hand. It could still be, in which case we are in a pretty bad spot. But, you know, is what it is. See, we could draw into... This would be bad. These would be bad. This would be bad. We got 4 bad options here, so I think we keep. Alright, so there's the hand buffing. So yeah, we are in a lot of trouble, because we can't kill that. Not easily. Give it some bleeding. You maybe bleed it into Sea Serpent range, if he's greedy about it. Yeah, so it is going to be Priestess. I was hoping it wasn't Priestess, because we saw this round 1. I usually don't see these in the Priestess decks. Usually it's more like Adelia and stuff for more drawing. We just went so high tempo round 1. I think our best chance here is a long round 3. The likelihood we get that's pretty low. But one thing to keep in mind is he does want to finish with his combo, which means we'll have a pretty big Corrupted Flaminica. We do want to pull out our Anglerfish this round and our Roach and such. Not getting our Operator is quite annoying though.
This message is for Fulmar. His eyes only.
Problem here is to pull Roach out, we have to play Triss, which is not good. I mean, or we could play Fukusha, but I'd rather not play either of those. Realistically, though, we probably need to Fukusha Messenger for his engines here. Good news here is we can hit Sea Serpent on the Istred if he doesn't do anything.
They used to call me Shrine. Wanna know why?
We might just go for the 6 damage right here. If he goes 6 damage, clicks Istred order, I think we're dead. So I don't see a way to come back in this round, because we're missing a lot of our big impact cards. But if he doesn't boost the... Okay, he does click the Istred. Okay, he did kill us. I think we're kind of in a lot of trouble here. The only thing that could go well for us is needing his adrenaline stuff. But we don't have a way to answer this.
A pleasure to bleed you.
If he keeps going, it's going to be quite bad. Each time he plays Mentor, gets 2 Snowdrop triggers. We can't kill Snowdrop. So we'll go Half-Ru, and then maybe Triss. We need to play these, get the rain out to pull our Anglerfish. There's the Siege Master that draws him as well.
Officer and a gentleman. I pass on every 10th round.
A beautiful pair of legs, please.
So his deck's working exactly how he wants it. Alright, that's even worse, honestly, because we're not going to have any beasts for our Corrupted Flaminica. He's going to banish all of them. Let's do the Bonded.
Best drown yourself with those damn nets.
I want to pull the Anglerfish next turn, so they have more time. But I really don't see a way to win this. And I think it came down to our draws here. Squirrel doesn't hurt him. Can't play Fukusha. To banish that. Oh, he didn't. That means we do have a Fukusha turn option here,
To hit the mark, we
which
aim
I think
for
we
the
should
mark.
take. So we're going to need to play Triss to win this.
You broke my heart. You shall never find peace. I fish
Then we can go Wolfpack Triss.
wine.
We should try to go up a card with the Triss here. We need to play these though, because we need our beasts out.
You can run, you can hide, but I'm gonna
So he potentially takes 2 damage. This is worth 9. It's not enough. If we don't play the Triss and we save it as one of our big plays for round 3, we'll probably end up with this. Be best case. Now we have to go up a card.
How can I help?
The problem here is the Xavier really hurts. He just banished every beast that we had, so we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a really small corrupted Flaminica. What are we missing here? No, this card's actually really bad. That's bad. The only good thing is Guara. This probably dies to his order. We don't want excess damage to hit our bear. Yep, there it is. I don't think we can beat his combo. But he is adding more beasts to our discard pile. I think the Priestess combo is just too big here. Usually it's too big, to be honest. So here, we'll go here. That was a great sentence. We'll go Renfri. Look, see what we can find. Base copy, 6 damage, and destroy. None of those are good, actually. Does it waste rain damage? This is one of the worst Renfri choice I've ever seen. Because he can boost his stuff out of range of this. That is a really bad Renfri order. So we get one of these. Is it Roach time? Nope, 1 Priestess. So he has the other Priestess still to go too. What we want to do is play our beasts here so that he can kill them and we get a bigger Corrupted Flaminica. Not that I think it matters. There's the Roach. Let's see how big it is. Oh, it's Cohen Priestess combo. Yeah, that's definitely going to do it then.
Beauty is all around us, in every living thing.
Let's see just how big it's going to be. Pretty big. We actually might have won that if he didn't have the Xavier. Because we would have been really close on the Corrupted Flaminica.
The North shall tuck tail and beg for mercy.
23, set Y 23. I don't... You guys, actually, it's really I really do appreciate when you guys explain these names to me in the comments sometimes. It's really interesting. Ooh, that's not... This is more guaranteed to come out later. What are we gonna... Are we gonna rain this round? What do we have for rain? We've got anglerfish. So we only want to keep... If we keep this, it means we're not doing heavy rain. We're doing this. We don't have much rain. Let's keep the anglerfish. Now, one problem here is that this could be a Renfri double cross deck, and you could double cross our Renfri and get 2. And realistically, in most games, there is not a way to come back from that much value. So, just gotta hope that doesn't happen.
Best drown yourself with those damn nets.
Okay, it's not. So options remain as either just pure Assimilate or could be Shupe.
A pleasure to bleed you.
Let's get some points on the board.
I forgive you.
I think it's Shupe then if he's playing that. This might be worth it. Play for 8 if we just did leaders.
The sea demands a
And if we do use the second leader charge, we could get above that. If he has a lock, we can Aguara and pull Roach out, which would be pretty good. Yeah, we have the unlock for that.
Be gone. Leave us.
And we pull the Roach out. That's all we want. I want to play probably Seagull, Wolfpack. I want to save Squirrel for Coup. He's probably playing a Coup. The Ox Lock. See, now that he does this, we don't have to play any more rain. We can just save our rain. It's fine. They come back to our ranged row, which is good because we want to keep stacking melee, I think. We don't have a Triss, but he has to probably respect a Triss, I would say. Henry. That's a pretty big card here.
I must attend to their needs, their well-being.
This is actually a really useful card. Given the situation, you could cycle around one hand. Oh, it's 'cause these are all better. Oh, wow. Well, hopefully he has Abduction for him. He kept a Yalmar Seawolf. Dire Bear is potentially useful for him, too. Interesting. This is a ranged order. I actually want to play this. Actually really useful. Because we have some real cards. Like, we could just put Anglerfish back on the bottom. That'd be such a good, useful thing to do. Okay, he's going to not let us do it. Fine. It's fine. He's going to see how trash our hand is now. Our hand is... He did commit his leader for this. But the bad thing is he now knows how bad our hand is, right? Like, 4 points. 6 points. A little more. This isn't getting any better, but it does make our wolf 1 more. There's nothing we can kill to trigger our seagulls here. He doesn't have high tempo cards in his hand, it looks like. And again, like, we don't have anything good either. There's the Seawolf, we got him to play it. The thing is, we can just get ahead with this Squirrel. Yeah, it doesn't hit the coup, but whatever. There's the Squirrel. That means that, well, Fulminica might not be safe, because there is always, what's it called? Invocation. What we'll do is we'll just do this and actually play the Anglerfish. What is his last card? It's a Heat Wave. We have 2 beasts. This would be 7. Heat Wave and Squirrel are gone. That means this is definitely safe. And it plays for 7. I think this is the smallest corrupted Fulminica I've ever played. But it wins the round uneven, so it's worth it.
From your soul.
Now we can bleed him because he Dion Hellweight stacked. I mean, theoretically we could bleed him if the next round would start. Let's see what we got here. Anglerfish, Kelpie. We have so many golds we still have to draw. Not the ones he gave us, but you know, like our actual cards. I actually think we put this back and just find a beast, hopefully. With this setup, we could actually thin out the other anglerfish here. Be pretty nice. Sure, he's gonna get a resilient Shupe buff. I'd rather him do that than still have it.
The danger's full.
I think we just go for the anglerfish pull. It should be resilient Shupe here. Not here like the next card. He's not going to get the resilient Shupe then. He's just going to have a Shupe. We have to watch out for the Shupe transform, I guess. So we just hope that Fukusha's not on the right or Renfri's not on the right. We still have last say though. So as long as we have Fukusha. Let's see if we have last say. Could transform it. There's Fukusha. Get the Renfri too. No Renfri. I don't think we have rain for this, but we might because we'll use Fukusha. There she is. Let's see what he gets. Hopefully not Fukusha. Anything else is fine. She would be terrible though. Guara, that's okay. I think we just play the Renfri. I don't want to play this. I'm just kind of scared about the Shupe transform. People really rarely pick that one, but it would be pretty good here.
Feel it.
The base copy is actually pretty good if he Shupes, because that's 10. He plays like the big one. What's the lowest Persian card in our deck? Probably worth 4 points, 4 to 6. This might get blocked by armor though. There's like a Nausicaa Sergeant coming. We will do the operator next though. we go Operator on this, we'd still have this rightmost.
In the end, see.
They'll probably do Fukusha next. Could have spawned that ranged, but we're only get like 2 turns of rain out. Unless we play Kelpie. So Shupe stay off with 4 damage. We don't have to worry about the transforming anymore, that's nice. Well, depending on what he picks, he might avoid the 10 one. Random row effect. What are we getting? Cataclysm. Could be worse. So we'll spawn this.
Leave us.
And this way we can get some other bodies out here.
The sea
We're not getting much value from this rain, but
and you
this should be big enough. It's not too bad. I think we still have a bronze units. Yeah, we got 3. So this isn't, it's like just like 6 points or so.
An interesting choice.
Hey, he gave us our seagulls. I bet he forgot about that. And now we just win this here with our big old Eruptly Flaminica.
Sacrifices for medals, one and all.
So that's the deck, guys. You wanted to see this. This is a much better version of Rain than regular Rain, but if you really want to go all in on the Rain, you could play the Kraken like I said earlier. Where's my boy Kraken? I love Kraken. The nice thing is Kraken at 3 does kill itself with its own storm. So you could substitute Kraken for Triss, and then you get 7 turns of Rain on Kelpie. The other option is... Actually, I think I mentioned a couple things. A couple choices here. I've tried all of these. I think this one's the best. Well, I like this one the best. The Kraken one has a much higher potential because it gives you another way to spawn Rain/Storm for the messengers, and sometimes the Kraken plus messengers, you know, sometimes you get 100-point Messenger of the Sea against some matchups. So that is something to consider. But I like Triss because it gives me options in other matchups where I think the deck can struggle. It's like what it struggles against is either you can't kill a bunch of engines, which neither of them really help with that much. I guess Kraken could pull stuff, then it takes consistent damage. But the other thing that's problematic is other decks with really high points to them, like Ogroids or something. You can do big Trisses there. I just like Triss as a card too. I really like Kraken as well. And the other option I've tried, which I didn't mention here in the beginning, I don't think, is I've tried with a Geralt. Because I don't like having no control. Because I know you can play Combi too, but I like playing a Geralt as well. So I was playing, like, instead of Triss, Geralt, then you've got 8 provisions. And in 8 provisions, there is a beast called Sayer Khan, which is another control option. So that's another thing I've tried. I did really like that as well. It is weak in round 3, though, because you want to play him early, which is the only thing. But you do have a lot of units, you have a lot of spawning, so you can get away with the Sayer Khan as well. That's one thing to mention. It's not the most consistent in round 3, which is why I ended up not keeping it, but it is something to keep in mind. Yeah, so that's the deck. There really isn't much flexibility outside of like this Triss slot here, and then maybe upgrading a bronze or 2, just because it just has to be a bunch of beasts, which is why I usually don't play stuff like this, because for me, I know that this isn't true for everybody. I really enjoy deck building, just like a lot. I think it's like just fun to build the decks. But at the end of the day, I still think this is pretty good. And the other thing, I don't play this too often because there's not too many options in the deck building, like I said. But it is kind of fun to see Rain able to do stuff, even if it's not a true like Rain deck. There's a lot of Rain here. We got the messengers and stuff. It does its job pretty well. The only other thing I want to mention is, if we take a look at our Rain here, is you can, if you're really feeling up to it, play an Avalok. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't play Avalok. Fulmar is also an option, potentially, if you really want to. At 7, he doesn't need protection as much as he previously did. So you could try to go Fulmar instead of Triss. And then maybe upgrading, I don't know, maybe like a Savage Bear to the Raging Bear if you really want that extra provision there. So that could be an option as well. I don't think it's as good as just playing Kraken, because Kraken has the Beast tag and it's immediate. So I think Kraken's better than Fulmar. Fulmar, I guess you could consider. But hope you guys enjoyed. I had a good amount of fun with this one. But we'll be back next time with something else.